Minister, thank you for taking this question this evening. I'm asking you to provide details of the funding provided by the Department to provide the rail network and train connectivity in County Offaly and to improve that, as I said, the rail network and connectivity in 2023, 2024 and to date in 2025. I do so because I'm constantly being contacted by constituents who are very anxious to see improvements to our rail and also in terms of connectivity in Offaly and particularly in Clara, which I will refer to later.
Kenny.
Thank you very much, Carola. No, I got no promotion here.
Not yet, Sean.
As the Deputy, and I thank you for the question, Deputy Nolan. And as you may be aware, my department provides the Public Service Obligation, or PSO, funding for socially beneficial but financially inviolable public transport services across the country. In 2023, Iarnród was allocated 187 million in PSO funding by my department, increasing to 215 in 2024. This is expected to further rise to the order of 265 million this year. All of this is providing for an improvement to rail passenger services in Ireland. The funding has enabled Iarnród to increase the frequency of rail passenger services in County Offaly, including at Clara and Tullamore stations. I highlight the additional weekday and Sunday train services on the Dublin to Galway line, which serves Clara and Tullamore, announced in 2023 and 2024. In addition, last year, train services were added and amended to allow passengers travelling from Tullamore to Galway to avail of 2 weekday services arriving into Galway in advance of 9 a.m. In terms of rail infrastructure improvements, assisted by the European Investment Bank Advisory Service, my department, the Department for Infrastructure in Northern Ireland, and rail stakeholders north and south are currently examining how best to implement the recommendations of the All-Ireland Strategic Rail Review, which was published in July of last year. This work includes a project prioritisation strategy, which is at an advanced stage of preparation and will consider both short-term and medium-term investments on the rail network, including on the Dublin to Galway line. This work is also being used to inform my department's engagement on the review of the National Development Plan, which is currently ongoing. The funding in recent years has helped provide the people of Offaly with a more frequent rail service, and I look forward to working with Irish Rail or Iarnród to build on this progress in the years to come.
Thanks, Minister Kenny. Deputy Nolan.
Minister, I welcome your response, and indeed, more importantly, I welcome the fact that there's 265 million allocated in funding this year alone. I do accept that certainly there has been huge improvements in terms of services, but I suppose my question relates to the need for capital funding for a second platform at Clara train station. I brought this issue up only last week with the Minister here during our debate, and this is something that would make social and economic sense in terms of achieving balanced regional development in rural counties like County Offaly, my own county. So I would hope that there could be some commitment to ensuring that the capital funding is put in place for a second platform, given that we have 260 million allocated this year alone. It's an easy win for the department. It's something practical and something that will allow the further expansion of services, and indeed will ensure that other users in surrounding areas like Moat, Kilbeggan and Forban can also avail of further services at Clara train station.
Thank you, Deputy. And just going back to the All-Ireland Strategic Rail Review, I think the important thing here is this review, which was undertaken by the Department of Transport in cooperation with the Department of Infrastructure in Northern Ireland. And that review informs the development of rail on the island of Ireland in the coming decades up to 2050, in line with the net zero targets for both jurisdictions. The review's final report was published in 2024, and this review sets out 32 strategic recommendations to enhance and expand the rail system. And the EIB advisory services, the Department of Transport and the Department of Infrastructure are progressing with this report's recommendations in the year ahead. As part of this project's prioritisation strategy, we'll consider how best to optimise the sequencing and implementation of the review recommendations, including both short-term interventions and longer-term projects. And I think it's important to say that the second project like a second platform would be one of these maybe interim interventions that could be put in place. But we'll wait and see what comes out from the EIB analysis.
Deputy Nolan.
Minister, thank you very much for the response. And look, it's certainly positive that there is a review and that there is analysis in terms of our infrastructure, rail infrastructure in particular. But I would hope that that there would be I suppose a commitment given to the people of Offaly and to particularly the people of Clara who want to see further development in the town, that there would be, you know, commitments given in terms of capital funding for a second platform. And I do hope, you know, that also, you know, that we will step up the pace of delivery for projects like this, which, as I say, are there for the taking and which would contribute enormously to the expansion of existing service for minimal cost. And as I said at the beginning, it would also help us achieve one commitment in the programme for government, which is to achieve balanced regional development in all of our rural towns.
Thank you, Deputy, and I agree with you. I think the important thing here is that the All-Ireland Rail Review is exactly that. It's about regional development, it's about the cities, it's about connecting the cities, it's about connecting rural Ireland by public transport. And what we need to do when we're developing the All-Ireland Rail Review and turning it into realising what it is, we need to make sure that the passenger is at the heart of it and that they have a good experience so that when they take a train, they will be happy to take the train again. So I think it's important that when we are putting in investment, we put it in to serve all of the island right across, and that's why it's called the All-Ireland Rail Review. And I do agree with you, there are opportunities for investment right across the country to ensure that the public transport that we deliver will be second to none. And I also believe when you look at places like from Galway to Limerick and the Western Rail Corridor that was built there, and the success of that, where over 630 passengers travel on that per year, and when it started off a number of years ago, it was 132. So I think we have opportunity, we have potential, and I think we have the spirit to carry on with that. So thank you, Deputy.
Thank you very